Good afternoon, everybody. Just to confirm that you can hear me okay. So for those who've got the camera on, if I can see a thumbs up. I saw a thumbs up in the background of Elena there. Excellent. So welcome everybody to the opening and the kickoff session for the European Design Upgrade Hackathon 2020. It is a pleasure to have here participants, mentors, jury, and organizers, and kickstart this 48-hour hackathon. We have a great mix of teams. We have a great mix of mentors. I am sure that the intensity will be felt throughout, even when working remotely in the online environment. So without further ado, we will kickstart this session, and we will have Elena from Ukrainian team, part of KFund, to introduce the project. So Elena, if you'd like to just start your audio and then we can check that it works okay.
Hello everyone, can you hear me well?
Loud and clear.
Yes, I cannot. Just a second. So, ready, steady, go. Let me say a couple of words about our project. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Elena Dobrorodneva, and I'm a representative of
I think we lost your audio, Elena. Yeah. Yep. So I think we've lost Elena at the moment. She will give an insight into the European Design Upgrade project, which is kind of like a much bigger picture than what just this hackathon. So she will go through what happened before, and then maybe a little bit on what's happening after. But we have 3 entities involved with this project. So we have the Finnish side, and we also have Belgium, as well as Ukraine. So while we're waiting on Elena coming back and give an overview on the project. You're back. Excellent. Okay. So I'll hand it over to you now again.
Yes, thank you so much. So I'm a representative of Ukrainian part, and I would like to say a couple of words about the program. So we created and prepared this project for development skills of designers, engineers, and people related to different innovations in 3 countries. We would like to make this project international and give opportunity to the best representatives of 3 countries cooperate and create something in mutual space. So now we are on the 2nd stage of the project. Actually, project has 3 stages. First was skills upgrade stage, when each country had access to many different lectures of speakers from Belgium, Ukraine, and Finland, and that gave opportunity to all participants to make step out of box and create new vision, new understanding of different aspects of designing. And now we are on the 2nd stage, which is related to actually, after the 1st stage, we selected the best projects, which now participate in the 2nd stage, and the 2nd stage gives a chance to all, gives a chance to all participants to develop their initial ideas, to improve their solutions, to exchange experience and prepare the best version of their project till the end of our hackathon. And then the last stage will be prototyping, and during the next stage, the best projects from have a chance to prototype, to prepare their project for presentation in different international exhibitions. So I'm happy to say hello to all our mentors, to all our participants, and I wish you good job, good work together. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Elena, for that introduction to the European Design Upgrade program. We have 3 entities here, but one of the main entities has been playing a huge part in the preparation for this is the Finnish side with Urban Mill. Kari, I believe you're on the line to maybe give an insight into the Finnish perspective.
Yeah, hello, I'm here at Urban Mill. We just finished, we had the pre-thing 1 hour because before this, and we showed the whole event to the Espoo people. So it's now Espoo Day, the city of Espoo Day. There are a lot of different events around the city, and this is now was one of that. So our city board director had the presentation, and then about the campus, and then our mentor Matti Hämäläinen talked about creativity. But then it's nice to see you all here, and I tell a little bit about that what Elena started from our point of view. So we have been working now over 1 year, 1.5 years, and started these activities late last year. We have a little bit different approach in Finland. First, before the COVID, we were thinking that, okay, we include into Aalto University arts education parts of this project and our expertise. But then all the things were cancelled on this campus, so no face-to-face event were done. So what we did together with KFund Belgium in April, then we changed this to the virtual mode, and our responsibility was to work with Ultrahack and all these digital things. So that has been thing. And how this, we are aiming, as Elena said there, that to the Dutch Design Week, and we want to bring there something. But in our case, we want to bring more creative ecosystem of startups and creatives. So it's a not individual project, but more a group of entities which have some relationships, but still that they have special things. So that's what we are aiming with the hackathon. And now after this hackathon, we have already saw that there is a 4th of September design gala here. It's during the Helsinki Design Week. So those teams which have got good success in the on this hackathon, we have a booth there and show them activities also there. And after that, we work 1 month together with the team. So we have physical things here and put forward what has been started during this hackathon. And as Elena said, that before this was a lot of things happening. We started after the COVID thing, then we had the first workshop in March when we were with the Aalto Experience Platform and Living Plus program, and with all kind of different diversity people, youngsters, seniors, artists, and we had here a workshop. Some of those people who were there are still our mentors here, and that was how we looked how to do the whole concept in this COVID situation. And then in July, we collected 205 people together from regional area. Once again, startups and creatives. That was the theme around the sustainability, and had there were over 60 startups which registered there, and we had then connections between the businesses and creatives. And now from that was chosen, now there are 6 startups which are now present, but then we have 3 others which continue after the event. So basically the same what Elena you said, but we have a little bit different approach. But what is important, we see that the collaboration between Ukraine and Belgium and Finland. So we hope that this event is that where they bring the different people more closely together, that before the Dutch design week, we can then do wonderful things, which we don't know yet what they are. But that's shortly what we do in Finland.
Thank you, Kari, for that. And we do have quite a variety of teams, and there's quite a variety of skills and expertise within these teams. We're hoping for a lot of collaboration between not only the Ukrainian side, but also the Finnish startup teams that are involved as well, so that they can kind of bring the international aspect to this. Elena, would you be able to maybe go into a little bit more detail into the kind of projects that the teams in Ukraine are bringing into the hackathon?
Yes, of course. Before I will tell more about our teams, I just wanted to mention that we had special process here to find these people and select them and make these teams. So in the middle of May, we announced this program, and out of more than 100 Ukrainian designers, artists, engineers, and people related to innovations and design, we selected group of 38, but then we lost a couple of them, and finally we have group of 35 people who came with us through all this learning period, and they were very active, and they learned all webinars, lectures, and discussed with us output of this education and prepared individual projects. And we had at the end of July pitching day, when we could listen all ideas, all different solutions to the problems in society, in our daily life, in problems related to coronavirus, problems related to some different aspects of people's life. And we selected those projects which were the most interesting for further development. They are absolutely different as well as we wanted to do it, because our task was work and create their ideas without any framework. It's difficult to do because all our life is almost everywhere is limited in framework, and you just need to think in this direction or in that direction. Especially for people from design sphere, it's difficult to work without any frame. Sometimes because you almost always you need to give just response to client request, and sometimes it's difficult to develop your own concept and your own project. So we gave this chance to our participants, and on the second phase, before this hackathon, we had some, we did some homework. We united our people from design community with people from business, from startups, Ukrainian startups, together with our partner, innovative accelerator platform Sector X here in Ukraine. They work with startups.
Sorry, Elena, we lost your voice again.
One moment. Yep.
And now?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. It's okay. Sorry. And now we have 9 teams. Some of them include people only from program participants. Some of them include people from program participants, from designer sphere, also from business. And all our mentors are people from either business or from design sphere or sphere related to art and culture. And in fact, we have 9 projects related to some technology, to some innovation, as well as we have a couple of projects which are really, let's say, conceptual art projects. Should I name all our projects? Kari, what would you advise?
If you just say shortly, I will do the same then. Then I'll answer you.
Okay, so a couple of words about each project. Okay, so we have here representative of project which is called hyper design 2020. Pavel. This is quite a philosophical concept, and the task for this hackathon is to explain people that all of us, we live in a hyper reality when we cannot even recognize our connection to this reality, when we cannot identify what we are and how we project our real life to this hyper reality. So Pavel is trying to resolve this philosophical question during the hackathon. Am I right, Pavel? Just say yes or no. Okay, but I actually don't know what will be the result of hackathon, but I know that all of us, we feel sometimes pain because of this hyper, everything hyper social representativeness, hyper visual representativeness, a lot of stimulus for our perception. So sometimes we try to do. And now? Okay, something is going on with my Zoom, sorry. The second project is project Changeable. We should have here Olga and her team. Can I see Olga among our participants? I hope yes. So project Changeable is a project related to problems of amputees. People normally amputees, they have one basic cover for amputation, but it's difficult to change clothes, to find changeable clothes for this cover. And what they're doing 2-in-1. They are prototyping actually cover for cover, and the second part of their project, they are preparing interesting model of platform for exchanging information about opportunities for these covers. So that will be platform for designers, and that will be platform for users, and all those parties who will be ready to give some contribution or participate in this project of making people with amputation equal to those who doesn't have amputation, and make their life easier and give them some solutions. It's really difficult task because there is some moral and aesthetical problem in this challenge. The third project is project. Я не по порядку, да, называю, это не страшно. This is a project of Konstantin Romanov. I see Konstantin with us. And project related to preparing such kit, toolbox, and such platform, which will give you opportunity to construct your own DIY museum, which is quite interesting as for personal usage and for institutional usage, for schools, for different kinds of exhibitions, for people who are hero of their life. And it's really interesting project. So I hope they will develop idea during hackathon very well. Also, we have quite interesting art project, which we call Mutation. And this project is about people mutation and how our changes and how our mutation, let's say, our next step influence on our development. Each development is a kind of mutation of our conscious, of our physical body, of our environment, and they are going to investigate this topic and prepare art object, interactive art object, which will give a chance to try this mutation right there, right in place. So please accept this project not like just, you know, sculpture or something art given without any interaction. That should be something really really special that will give people understanding that each interaction, each step may make some difference in our life. So the next project is pink glasses. Это, конечно, не сильно помогает. Pink glasses project related to raising the problem of social and other problems that we as a people have in our life. I mean, this is ecological problems, this is social problems, inequality, and other problems that we can use in a social, не знаю, как плакат будет, poster, in a social poster. And in this project, social poster, they do on clothes. So there will be some special clothes which will tell other people about this global problematic. Then we have a project related to this, we call it Syria Panelka. Raise problematic of all those old buildings that we have in each city, where thousands of people live in small apartments. And in our country, this is a real problem because the majority of these buildings were built more than 25 years ago, and for the moment they became a really depressing regions in the city. And this project raised a question how to make this Panelka, these buildings, beloved again, how to give them another life. Then we have project of Katerina Korolenko nano-retention, which is related to investigation of some qualities of some qualities of как шишечка будет? Okay, so it's just a project related to some special water collection, which is based on natural processes. they made some investigation, and now they propose some new technology that will give a chance to make your walls and other places in the city beautiful and able to retain water in a natural way. So that can be used as for municipalities, as for private usage, also for different organizations. So they need to work more about this technology during hackathon, and also find the business model and resolve how to present this technology. Another project is this is a project. This is a module of book about creativity, and during hackathon, guys from Vladimir game for business for business, and this game will give chance to go through different stages of creative tools and find better understanding of each other, find better understanding of operational process, and help to build good communication and cooperation within the teams. Sometimes we spend years to understand how to work together, and we hope that this game will give a chance to speed up this process very much and try to find good instruments. Какой еще у нас? Also, probably this is the last one. We have a project of Alexander Manukyan's, which we call Plaster Cast. The aim of this project is to cover in a special, beautiful way objects in your apartment which irritate you. Mm-hmm. So with this project, you will they are going to create a database of such covers which you can utilize in your apartments. This is very shortly, but the idea of the project is much more deep. So seems I described all of projects. Yes. So Kari, I have done.
Yes. Yeah, I can tell shortly what is in Finland. So that we have 4 different objectives of the whole thing. As Elena said, one is that teams develop new concepts and test them. But another, what is as important here, is so that the teams do something together. The startups do something together. So we are trying to make an ecosystem of companies. And third level is that we have 16 mentors. So that, and also we want that the mentors and startups and those create during the project an ecosystem which works well. And the fourth level is that through the international nature of the thing, then we do things together with Ukraine and Belgium, and later in wider Europe. And I tell shortly about the mentors. So we have 16 of them. So they are business, ICT, financing, architecture, there is filmmaking, there is facilitation, social movements, frugal innovation, etc. So quite a diverse group of people who have actually worked together before. This is not the first time. But then about the teams, I go short with them. So we have, as I told before, that we had 60 startups with registered in the June event, and through that now we are working with 9 of them, and those who are here. So that one is Crazy Town, which is about networking on different co-creation hubs and how to digitalize that. That's one thing. Delicode, which is working with people-flown technologies, especially now in the COVID area, how you can understand that how much there are people in some location and is it secure. Then we have Iron Physics, which does environmental scooter things and modules for that. Then we have Virtually, which works with clothing in the hospitals and healthcare, sustainable way. Aviran, which is doing virtual augmented reality, virtual reality tools with MIT in the United States, city planning tools. Then Start North, which is working with 5G education, but experimental using AR and VR technologies and bringing that to the big public. Then Ilmatila, which is working with aerial acrobatics, actually how you could change the feeling what the acrobat has so that the people could also experience that. And Laponia House is working with the movable houses, small houses, and how to combine them. And then Project B, which came through us, is they're working in their own thing. So this is shortly the thing. But what we think that now this hackathon is start for that then after this hackathon, all these teams could work closely together and create something, what Elena said already, that we don't know what, but something together, which is greater than the individuals. So thanks, and perhaps could we take then, Alain is also there from Belgium. They concentrate more on the next phase of that, but if Alain could say something from there.
Yes, hello everybody. I'm glad to represent Belgium and more particularly Brussels in the project. During the hack, we had for several reasons not the opportunity to join with the teams. I'm here as mentor. I think Dilnoza will also join us as a mentor. She's really like more expert in the human centricity of projects. So if any of you have challenges related to that part, don't hesitate to connect with Dilnoza. For my own part, I'm an entrepreneur since long, so I can share expertise in many different levels, but certainly the business modeling is something that passions me very particularly, next to the innovative part of a project, to make sure that we always innovate as much as we can, because the competition outside there is huge, and the more innovative and disruptive we are, the more chance we have to survive in the world. We hope that as of September, when the project is still moving on towards the Dutch Design Week presence or any other type of presence that we can facilitate, that in September, October, we will be able to connect back with some of the projects that I've seen in the Brussels community and with whom we have been collaborating in July and August. They were more or most of them were really connected to the particular situation of the COVID-19 period that we all have known, and the particular lockdown. As the challenge that we launched in the community was to imagine if there would be another lockdown this year that nobody is looking forward to, and I hope we will not have it, but in the future we might have similar situations. And what are the best projects that you have seen in the Brussels region, and which projects you would like to share eventually with other regions, being Espoo and Kiev, and how can you collaborate together to improve those projects or to gain new ideas from other regions. And I've shared some of them with Kari and Jelena previously. I saw some projects that were really very different, going from a service level to a kind of roadmap and roadbook, how to accelerate processes and distribution of food, masks in the Brussels region. I've also seen a nice project that was dealing with the distancing and how do you measure social distancing, particularly in factories and in very crowded places. They had a very nice little product that I've seen. And I hope I can connect back later on in September, October, and see how we can still share them with you and gain some insights from a collective intelligence from all the smart people that I see on the screen now. So far so good. I will be available this afternoon. Tomorrow I've already had some contact with one team that asked me to potentially mentor them a little bit today and tomorrow. So glad to jump in and to help wherever we can help. Okay.
Great, Alan. Perhaps Ian continues.
Thank you, Kari, and thank you, Elena and Alan, for those words on the teams, etc. as well. Just to note that outside of these teams that were mentioned here, we have one additional team that signed up with their own challenge. It's a team called Project BB, who are working at increasing or improving their algorithm around the identification of trash on beaches with their beach bot. So a shout out to that team. On top of that, we also have some individuals who took the initiative to sign up to the event to get put into some teams, which brings the internationalization to the event also. And we have some from as far away as Brazil, I believe, in one of the teams, and some from quite local here in Finland, from Helsinki, and just across the water in Estonia. And other areas in Europe are covered as well. So we hope that they have an amazing experience helping these teams progress with the projects. So we have a team here that's quite dedicated to helping you, and I would like to take this moment before we go into the practicalities of the session to introduce that team. So I'm Ian McCready, the CCO from Ultrahack. I'm kind of overseeing the production and the team management and mentor management a little bit as well during the event. If there's any issues with any of the technical side or schedule items or not sure what's happening next, just feel free to reach out to me in Slack. Up next, we have Franklin. Come and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Franklin from Ultrahack. So I've been helping around and especially with the teams to make sure that you know what's going on and that you get a good experience, receive good mentoring. That's pretty much all. Thank you for having me.
And up next, Henka. Or Henrik.
Hi everyone, I'm Henka. I'm from Ultrahack and helping you especially with service design related mentoring this week. I have masters in engineering, so also could give some advice in that. Thanks.
And last but not least, we have Mika.
Hey, hi everyone. Nice to see you all. I'm Mika, Ultrahack CEO. So I'm also part of the crew here for the coming weekends, and I will be supporting the mentors on their roles, but of course then I'm also super excited to see the teams and help them out there. So nice to see you guys, and so looking forward what we are going to get up from the weekend. So super excited.
Yes, the excitement is right here. Let's hope it's the same at the other end. As mentioned before, working remotely brings its challenges, but we're here to create the hackathon feeling and the hackathon hype throughout the weekend. But for those who are watching online outside of the Zoom, we are actually live streaming this on the EDU YouTube. So for any of viewers here, what is a hackathon? So we'll go into a little bit now into the insights of what's going to happen during the weekend. So I will just share my screen, a presentation real quickly here to run through a few items that are on the agenda. So as you see here, here's all the partners that are involved with the European Design Upgrade Hackathon, co-funded program by the European Union. And we are Ultrahack, and we are Ultrahack Online, so facilitating this online session to make sure that the experience is top-notch for everyone on board. But what happens during the weekend? So this is the schedule we will be following. So as you notice, there are multiple checkpoints. And these are for the teams to actually cut their plans for the weekend down into bite-sized chunks, but also for us to have an opportunity to touch base with the teams and find out what is going on there. We also have a couple of interactive sessions, the community yoga, which is a necessity for everyone who wants to get energized for the day, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And we also have the Community Booster, which is happening this evening, hosted by our very own Kari from Urban Mill. And we hope that everybody can participate in these sessions, and camera is a must. In the virtual environment, we like to see faces still. On top of that, we also have some mentor coffees. So the mentors will be sitting with the organizers here, discussing the team progression and their experience, and hopefully deciding how we can help the teams progress a little bit further during those sessions. And then the very last and final day, it's a big day for the teams. By 9 a.m., we hope you have your pitch submitted. So I'll go into a little bit more details into the pitch in a moment. And we will be streaming those pitches, not only to the participants of the hackathon and mentors and jury, but to the wider world. Anybody who wants to see the pitches and the results of the hackathon can tune in to the EDU Upgrade or the European Design Upgrade Hackathon YouTube page, which we will share the link to everyone via our social media channels. And they can view the results of the hackathon and what the teams have been working on. Then the jury have a very hard decision at the end of it. And then we, of course, announce some winners before we end the hackathon. So as mentioned, the Community Booster is a social activity. So it's a little bit more relaxed. It's quite a little bit outside the topic of the hackathon, but it's an opportunity for people to come together and network and meet potential peers for the future, colleagues, friends, and also share your skills and expertise with other teams, which is one of the key points we're kind of pushing through this hackathon. So in total, we have 4 checkpoints. So for those who haven't filled in the checkpoint 1 form, please do so. I have pinged you in Slack already. The reason why is we like to get it very condensed. Your feelings of the problem you're solving and the solution that you're bringing, and then your plan for the weekend. We will touch base in this during the live checkpoint session, which comes up immediately after this at 2 p.m. And we will just confirm and then assign you a mentor at that point. Checkpoint 2 and 3 are more of a casual kind of check up on how you are and assigning an additional mentor within the expertise if needed. Checkpoint 4, no form required. It's just come touch base with us. At this point, you should be preparing your pitch so you can indicate if you're a little bit uncertain about any of the issues that you have at that stage. The pitching, it will be recorded. We are hoping that by 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, you can submit a recorded pitch of no longer than 5 minutes. We will be quite strict because it is a competition, so we're hoping that people can keep within those confines. But there will be an additional 3 minutes during the streaming where the jury can ask some questions from the teams. So this all will be live. So we hope that the teams can all be on during that session. For communications, we have Slack. We hope that all team members, mentors, and organizers are now on Slack. If not, please get there as soon as possible. This is where we will be making key announcements, call to actions to bring people on board to the live sessions, and also where we will be able to support your requests for mentoring help or any other help that you require. All the live sessions will be via Zoom. So again, if there's any issues, just feel free to reach out and we can help you out with that. So how mentoring will happen? Just to clarify, during the checkpoints, we will be assigning mentors and adding mentor to your team channel. That mentor will then initiate a discussion with the team and arrange a video call. During that video call, they will be able to get an insight into the project that you're actually working on, and you can kind of ask what additional help you need or what support you need and break it down into nice little chunks. The mentoring may happen in pairs, and we encourage the mentors to go together and arrange a call with the team as a pair. This is a little bit more effective and brings more insight to the teams. If outside the checkpoints you need some further support, you can place a request into the mentor support channel. This will be addressed by any free mentors who wish to help a team out, or we will assign a mentor. Additionally, as some teams have done already, they have approached Alan, you can approach a mentor and request a support directly from a particular mentor you have in mind that is on the list. We hope that you have a great European Design Upgrade Hackathon 2020. Please refer to the guide that you received in your email, and please keep an eye on Slack, keep your notifications open to keep updated with relevant information regarding the event. Thank you all for listening to this session. Thank you to the viewers outside the hackathon. We hope it's an amazing experience, and good luck to all the teams. So any final words from Kari and Elina?
Do you have, Elena, something to close? Now it's quiet from Elena.
Yeah.
If you do the microphone, I tell that we have also at Urban Mill, so that tomorrow there are physical presence of the teams too. So the Urban Mill is open, and already this evening, and some of the teams will be here and do something together, just for information of teams and for you other. But
So
now you have
just
voice,
a couple
Elena.
of words. I want to wish you be open and accept all ideas, and do not limit your imagination, and but also be practical. Think about the practical application of those things you try to develop or investigate, and inspiration you, and good luck.
Fantastic final words. So thank you all for attending this session. We'll meet you, all the teams, and possibly some of the mentors at Checkpoint 1. And let's get hacking.
So thanks. Bye-bye. See you within 10 minutes.
See you soon, everyone.